my first reaction to realizing I was going through depression again, and it's been a while, I guess, but like really going through it like I did back when I was like 13. I was kind of in denial. I don't know. I guess I just do more things to fight it off, but they weren't working. The more I did, the worse it got. So, not that I was giving up, but it was just making things worse to try to do these things that they tell you to do. I know they tell you to, be social and do with your family, and guess what? I do all of those things now. And guess what? It's not enough, unfortunately, right? I socialize with family, I have friends, I try to go out and have dinners, I do fast food instead of eating in. I do try to cook, though, to keep myself active. I started a blog to do some talk therapy online. Nobody's listening. That's totally fine. Actually, I'm glad nobody's watching this. But, anyway, so I make myself watch a movie or so every couple of days. And, I work all the time. So I'm trying to do things to take my mind off of it, and it's terrible. It's still terrible. It still eats away at me. And I'm doing, I guess my first thought was like, I get mad because I know what it is. As a nurse, you know exactly what it is, right? And that should be empowering, but it's more depressing, actually. Especially when you do everything that you're not supposed to do, like the spending habit, right? You overspend, you overeat, drinking, drugs, all that good stuff. So I'm trying. Well, I can't afford the drugs, so there's that. But and I'm okay not doing those things too. Especially illicit drugs. I never had like the desire for those things. Just, even prescriptions, I don't know, they're just okay. They're just okay. My body just adjusts to those things. I hate it. Even drinking, you have to take those medication vacations, which in psych is never, sometimes it's warranted, but a lot of times you don't want to mess with that, especially if you're schizophrenic or bipolar. If you're going to take a med vacation, it needs to be, under some close surveillance there. So, anyway, I don't know, so I feel like, I know, and then I'm isolating, and then, at least I'm going to my job. Am I doing my job 100% perfect? No. I don't like myself because I'll get burnt out on it. So, just everything. Like, for a time, I did have some, an unsafe relationship. Very risky relationship with that girl for 3 months, and that was bad. That was my fling, and then I was done with that. So now I'm not looking for unhealthy relationships right now. I'm looking for no relationships right now. I've got a few people that are probably going to leave in the next 6 months of my life. And then my family is just kind of so far away because I have to stay close to my kids. So my job is a night job, so I don't really have a lot of opportunities to socialize because I don't work with anybody. And then the thought is to go get a new job where I do socialize, but there's too much anxiety. Those are too short-lived for me. And there's the thought of getting involved in local things, right? Volunteering, and I've thought of that, and I know that's a thing, and I've actually told friends that are dealing with this before to do those things, and now that I'm in this position, I can say that it's not something I really, really, really want to do right now. it's hard to force myself. I mean, I've been doing a lot of other things that are good, but it's hard to force myself. I've made a few friends along the last year and a half, and honestly, the results have just been, no, they're just not very good, and it's not good motivation to keep going. I keep making friends that the friendship ends, people get married, or the type of friend that I look for is kind of specific, I just can't be friends with guys that are into sports, or I can't even be friends with guys that are into video games. People that have similar likes in me are even hard to befriend. And I know that I'm likable, and I know that I can do it, but it's maintaining the relationship that's the hard part. It's easy for me to have those one-offs, or two-offs, or go to work and really be the life of the party for those few hours at work. But then actually developing lasting relationships, not even just romantic, but other relationships, it's not been too successful for me. Even though I know I have the ability to do the initial steps, it's keeping them that's hard. So in the meantime, what happens is that you develop something deeper with these people for a time, and then you start having these freakouts where you close off and you don't talk to anybody. You don't want to talk to these people anymore, and you end up hurting them, and they end up stop trying to get in touch with you or have you go do things because it's so hard to actually do them. When you're ADHD, you get invited to something, it sounds exciting initially, and unless you go do it right then and there, if there's some time to build up to it, you just psych yourself out. You almost have so much anxiety about the event, no matter what it is, that you don't end up doing it to begin with. So you end up changing your plans or coming up with an excuse. It's how it is with your job, The anxiety builds, you think they're going to fire you every day. And when it gets to that point, it's hard to go into work and feel like you're a good employee because you're just feeling like you're a terrible employee and they're going to just let you go. You're going to have to go find another job without one, and I've done that too many times. So I end up just looking for another job in the meantime, and when I find one, I quit the other one. It's kind of a relieving feeling, unfortunately. When you're leaving that job, it's like this huge weight on your shoulders just lifts off. And it's all in your head, most of it, which is terrible. It's not even like that the job was difficult. The huge weight is in your mind, and most of it is probably fabricated and made up. But it weighs on you so much that you can't go to work anymore. So you're switching jobs every 6 months. Can't hold down anything. Not because you're a bad person, you're a very good person. You're very good at getting a job. I can go into an interview and please the crowd, get the job, and quitting jobs is a whole different thing. I always just have some excuse. I can't just flat out say that I'm not happy here and I need to quit. There's always some lame lie that I come up with. Gets me out of it. I don't really get fired or anything. I've gotten laid off before, but I've never gotten fired from a job. I just quit before I give them the chance. No, they're probably not going to fire me. I've just been through unemployment a couple times. I just don't want to do that again. How do I stay in a job that I can't stay in, have to fight with every day. It's exhausting.